Before New York became the bustling global city we know today, European explorers first sailed into its waters centuries ago, forever changing its destiny. In 1524, an Italian explorer named Giovanni da Verrazzano entered what would become New York Harbor. 85 years later, Englishman Henry Hudson would sail the same waters, laying the foundation for trade, settlement, and the city's rise. This is the story of how two daring explorers set the stage for the birth of one of the world's most iconic cities. Giovanni da Verrazzano was born in Florence, Italy, in 1485. A skilled navigator and cartographer, he was commissioned by King Francis I of France to find a passage to Asia. At the time, European nations were desperate to discover faster trade routes to the riches of India, China, and the Far East. In 1524, Verrazzano embarked on a daring voyage across the Atlantic. Sailing along the eastern seaboard of North America, he explored the coastlines from the Carolinas up to what is now New York. On April 17th of that year, Verrazzano became the first recorded European to sail into the wide bay we know today as New York Harbor. He navigated the waters between Staten Island and Brooklyn, what would centuries later be spanned by the Verrazzano Narrows Bridge, named in his honor. Verrazzano marveled at the natural beauty of the harbor and the lush landscapes surrounding it. In his letters back to King Francis, he described friendly encounters with the Lenape people and detailed the vast waterways, believing he might have discovered the gateway to Asia. While he did not realize the Hudson River flowed inland or grasp the full potential of the harbor, his voyage placed New York on European maps for the first time, marking a critical moment in history. Verrazzano's voyage expanded European understanding of the Atlantic coast. While he was searching for a northwest passage to Asia, what he actually did was lay the groundwork for centuries of trade and settlement. His name endures today not just in history books but in landmarks like the Verrazzano Narrows Bridge, symbolizing his lasting impact on New York City. 85 years later, in 1609, another explorer set sail for the same region, with similar ambitions but under a different flag. Henry Hudson, an English navigator sailing for the Dutch East India Company, sought a northeast passage to Asia. Instead, he discovered something equally valuable. Hudson sailed the ship Half Main, Half Moon, into the waters of New York Harbor and then up the river that would eventually bear his name, the Hudson River. Unlike Verrazzano, Hudson sailed further inland, mapping the river's course and interacting with the local Native American tribes. These encounters led to trade in furs and other goods, paving the way for Dutch colonization. Hudson's detailed reports on the geography and resources of the area convinced the Dutch to establish settlements, most notably New Amsterdam on the southern tip of Manhattan, in 1625. This city would eventually become New York City, a thriving hub of trade, culture, and innovation. Both Verrazzano and Hudson's voyages transformed European knowledge of the region. Verrazzano gave the world its first glimpse of New York Harbor, while Hudson's exploration made the area a target for trade and settlement. Their journeys demonstrate how exploration, commerce, and urban development are deeply intertwined. The Dutch fur trade initiated by Hudson's voyages attracted settlers and created an economic foundation for New Amsterdam. By the mid-17th century, the city was growing rapidly as a center of commerce, setting the stage for the emergence of New York as a global city. Over time, English control, immigration, and trade networks transformed it into the international hub we recognize today.